Joss boys are in, and we're you're jacked in to Buffy's Angels, where we're going to talk about an episode of Buffy and an episode of Angel. That's what I like to call Buffy's Angels Classic. And the episodes are him on the Buffy side and Spin the Bottle on the Angel side because it's a bottle episode. Get it? And over there, watching them for the first time, Logan Adair. I've, of course, seen him a bunch of times. I'm a Buffy buff. That's from a Josh Merlis comment. I took that. And we're going to talk about him today. Logan, how's Buffy treating you?
Gotta be honest. Great. I love both these episodes. Was this the week you said was going to be great?
No, that's next week. So I'm excited.
I couldn't remember
like this so much.
Honestly, I was watching these. I was like, was this even the week? Because I was so into both of these episodes. And by the way, wouldn't classic Buffy's Angels be just Buffy?
That's true. I guess Buffy's Angels Classic would be 2 episodes of Buffy.
Right. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I enjoy it when it's 1 and 1. 1 and 1 beauty. And so all right, I'm glad you're enjoying them. Buffy was frivolous this week. Angel, but fun. Angel was important but fun.
I thought the script for the Buffy episode was incredible.
Wow.
So much like little one-off lines that the characters were like Willow. Willow was so funny to me that episode.
I felt like there were a million callbacks this week.
There was
like
a flashback. What was that? I've never seen a flashback.
I know we don't do that much.
They were like, look at
bothered and bewildered.
Like, look at this episode. Look at Joyce chasing after Xander.
Cordelia. I think this is the first time we've seen Cordelia on Buffy since she left.
In this episode, she was acting like when she was on Buffy.
Good point. And made a Buffy reference. A couple of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You might not have caught him.
I was wondering how she didn't recognize Angel. She knew him in high school.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a thing. Like the
ages don't really line up. Like we'll get to that episode, but at some point, Fred says, like, y'all don't look like you're 17, and she's 17, I guess. But
yeah,
if Cordelia was 17, she would have known about supernatural shit.
And how old was Wesley meant to be?
I don't know. I think they're all supposed to be 17, except Cordelia's a little younger, maybe.
He used the word academy, Watchers Academy. I couldn't tell if that meant if I was just in England.
But he also said, he also says he was head boy, which is a high school thing in England.
Okay. It's a Harry Potter thing. I know that.
Wow.
One of the Weasleys was a head boy, or was that's a prefect? My bad.
That's right.
What a head boy is.
Wow,
I like that guy. Whoever called him like I wonder how you got that name, head boy.
Yeah. All right. And he said through a lot of effort,
a lot of hard work, I might add.
Yeah. All right. Let's start on Buffy this week because this aired just like 2 nights after that last Angel episode. This is him. And let's see what was going on in the world at the time. This is November 5th, 2002. This aired, so it's a Tuesday. The midterm elections were happening. So great stuff there. "Lose Yourself" by Eminem was still the #1 song in America, even though 8 Mile was gonna come out in a few days. I'll tell you what albums did come out on this day, though. Huge stuff. How about Justin Timberlake's first album, Justified?
Solo by himself?
That's his first solo album. That's Cry Me a River.
Oh, one of my favorites from him.
Yeah. And it's also got that song where he's like, "Hold my jacket for a second." That's you don't remember that? I make this reference all the time and no one knows what I'm talking about.
I never heard
and yet I
hold my jacket for a second.
You've never heard me
I like the song where he's like, "I'll have you naked" by the end of this song. Remember that one?
Good. Yeah, I kind of remember that.
I don't remember that one.
I think it's called the one I'm referencing is called "Like I Love You." And it was the first single, even before "Cry Me a River." But the only thing I remember about that song is halfway through it, there's like a dance break, and right before the dance break, he goes, "Hold my jacket for a second."
That's awesome. I never liked his dancing. I never got it.
I never really did either, to be honest.
He's just like a silly boy out there dancing.
Yeah, with his stringy hair.
But Cry Me a River, that's like a top three. That's like a top. I like that and Sexy Back. Those are really my two.
Yeah. Oh,
like.
I also like If I Was a Mirror.
You say that a lot. I don't
Yeah,
like that one.
yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's. Here, there's more shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have You Fed the Fish by Badly Drawn Boy came out on this day. That was his third album. That's the one I bought in the stores.
Okay.
I was loving Badly Drawn Boy this time. Then there was Creed came out with an album on this day. Weathered. That was their third album. That has the only Creed song I still listen to sometimes.
What's that? With arms wide open.
No. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one that goes, "Hold me now.
I'm 6 feet from the
edge and I'm the girl.
Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.
Yeah,
what's that called?
I want to say One Last Breath. I might be making that up.
Damn.
Though. Yeah,
that's weird.
Anyway,
I love Creed.
Creed was horrible. One of the worst bands ever. But
they make me feel a lot. I gotta be honest.
I kind of feel the same way.
And they make me happy.
I have a little nostalgia for it. I also noticed that on this day, David Cross released his album "Shut Up You Fucking Baby," which is a classic. Henry and I used to listen to that all the time, and I remember there's a bonus track on that album about David Cross meeting Scott Stapp at Celebrity Poker Showdown, and he'd like ripped on Scott Stapp a lot in his stand-up, and he wasn't sure if Scott Stapp would know. And then when he introduced himself to Stapp said, "Thanks for the words." So he knew.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Man, you think he was like he had seen that on his own, or someone told him? Cross is ripping on you.
Probably the latter.
That'd be funny if he stumbled upon it on his own.
Yeah, just watching Comedy Central late one night. What the fuck is this?
Yeah. That would suck when you're famous and you just hear people talking like you're just trying to like enjoy whatever you're watching. You hear like they call it something when you catch a stray, right?
Yeah. This is why Chapel Rowan's so bummed out all the time.
Damn, that sucks for her. She's the best. I don't know much about her. I only know like a few songs.
She seems awful to me. Anyway, let's go. Hey, the register. It was a little low today at work. People are freaking out about it. All right.
Oh, from yesterday?
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't. I opened.
They're thinking somebody stole.
Nothing to do with me. I don't know.
Or they're just worried they're not doing their job right, selling enough items.
I think they think everyone that works there is a fucking dum that can't do math, which is probably true.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. I feel like my job
there. Does the machine do the math for you?
No, there's no machine at this place.
What?
We hand count every day.
What the hell? They got to get on that.
I know, it's wild.
Replace the machinery.
We never had it in the first place. There's nothing to replace.
I mean, like upgrade,
I got you. All right, hey, let's talk about Buffy.
Yeah.
Him.
I have a little stat for you. Unless you have more on the day.
No, I was just gonna go into the writer and director. What's your stat?
For season 7 so far on IMDb, this is the lowest rated episode, and I think this is my favorite one.
Wow,
I really liked this. I thought this was like like a throwback episode.
It
really hit for me.
It is.
It really hit.
I think that's what they're going with these last. They're going for with these last few. Like same time, same place is like a nice gross monster of the week, and then what was episode 4?
For Help.
Yeah, that's like that's a high school episode. Selfless is like the Anya centric episode. It's almost like her version of Fool for Love or something. And then you got this one, which is like a real throwback. Honestly, you know why you love this episode?
Why?
This is probably.
I like when people are horny.
Yeah, but I also think it's a callback to Witch. I think what this is they're doing like a season 7 version of Witch.
Well, and they reference Witch, which I popped really hard for. And I noticed before they did it, I was like, "Oh, she's wearing Buffy's outfit from
Yeah.
which?" And then she was like, "You're wearing my outfit." I wrote in my notes, confirmed at some point. Uh, I
Yeah.
really like was way into this episode. I thought it was just very funny. I got it confused. Also, I was watching it. I was like, "Did Joss have a part in this one or the Angel episode?" I thought he was a part of the Angel one, but this
He
felt
was.
Joss to me for a bit.
No, no, there's no Joss in this one as far as I know. I mean, there's always Joss in every episode, but he's like he wrote a song for Selfless and he directed a random scene and Beneath You and he did all the British scenes. Like I don't think there's anything like that in this one.
Yeah, it felt like it to me a little bit.
Yeah.
But
It's
anyway,
actually written by Drew Z. Greenberg, who just joined the writing staff last season. So it's his first chance writing high school Buffy. Last season he wrote Smashed, Older and Far Away, and Entropy. And
I don't love any of those. Entropy, I guess, is my favorite.
Entropy is probably the best. Well, Smashed is good. That's the one where Buffy and Angel, Buffy and Spike fuck at the end in that building.
That's all I remember though,
Yeah, I know.
because of the title, Smashed.
Well, I
And they
think
smash and it smashes the
isn't
building.
it the one where they robbed that museum, the nerds? Anyway,
I couldn't tell you.
the director of this one's Michael Gershman. He's the director of photography of the show. He's directed an episode or two since way back in season 2. Last season he directed Older and Far Away, so they're reuniting that team.
Love it.
For a better episode.
What happened to that character?
Who? What?
Clem.
Clem?
Yeah.
He'll
Whatever
be
happened?
back.
Okay.
You'll see Clem.
Okay. All right.
Don't even worry about it. Clem's around.
Good.
I'm wondering where's that friend Buffy made at the Double Meat Palace? They don't hang out anymore.
You leave your job. You don't really. Well, I guess you're different. You're friends with a lot of people that you knew from Barnes and Noble.
Just at Barnes and Noble. Like when I worked at the hotel when I first got here, I had like one friend on that job, and we don't really talk anymore.
Yeah, I guess you were like the perfect age at Barnes and Noble to meet other people.
Yeah,
your age.
it really was like that. Like, and we all like had the same interests and shit.
Right, it's crazy actually when you talk.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's Barnes and Noble. Like people that work there are probably into that.
And we were all specifically in like the music and DVD department.
It makes sense actually.
Yeah.
But I don't talk to anyone.
We still talk. What we have a group chat going right now. How about that? Me.
Don't say that. What if someone's left out and they're like, "Well, I'm not in that group chat." What was he talking about?
If you're listening, you're left out of the group chat. Sucks to be you, motherfucker.
I thought you were gonna say, let me know. I'll let you know.
No. It's me, Henry, Jason Anthony Harris, and Aaron. We all got a little group chat going right now.
That sounds very fun.
It is very fun. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the episode. What are your notes? Scrote them immediately.
All right. Well, Xander's gonna hold Spike at his apartment. That's gonna be the new way things are going.
And that's
Buffy,
a throwback too. Remember season 4?
Season 4,
Spike was staying in his basement.
The basement, the one he's like wearing a helmet in one scene in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like one of the worst episodes is in that stretch.
I
have my list actually here.
I don't know.
What season is that?
This is around that.
4?
Season 4, yeah.
Doomed?
Yeah, Doomed is definitely part of that.
Yeah, I have that one 115 of 128. I don't love that one.
The best part of that episode is Spike pretending to be American with the Initiative guys. Like,
that's the worst part?
No, that's the best part. When he's like, I'm just a good friend of Xander's.
Yeah, Xander's, my good friend Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah.
Buffy rocking some bangs this episode.
Yeah,
how long is this going to last for?
I don't know. I think it ages her a little bit. And I think like the reason for that is so there's a pronounced age difference between her and RJ. Which is kind of needed because the actor who plays RJ is actually 2 years older than Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah.
He's 27. At least when it comes out, he's about 27. She's 25. That was pretty cool. But there's a part where in Xander's apartment where Spike grabs Buffy's arm and she's sort of like, ooh, like she gets a little PTSD from that.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary. And we're at football practice. I don't know why Buffy and Dawn were just in the bleachers of football practice. That seemed weird. They were just hanging out at
What do
football
you
practice.
do? Maybe they met. I guess they would meet in Buffy's office, but what are you
Yeah,
gonna
that
do?
seemed very weird to me. But whatever. Yeah, they would either do that or go home. I don't know what they were doing. But this is where
Maybe it was lunch. Maybe they were like, "We'll meet for lunch
fun.
on the
Yeah,
bleachers."
football practice is during lunch. Football practice is either before or after school.
That's a good point, Logan. I don't. I have no answers for you on this one.
It was weird. What are you gonna do? What are they talking about? Spike. They're like, Spike, what's going on with Spike? And then Dawn, she of course notices RJ and some fun music plays. I love the music that keeps coming on this
Do you know what it
episode.
is?
What is it? No.
It's the theme from A Summer Place. That's like an old like teen movie from the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's been referenced on Buffy.
Wow.
Uh, Way back in Inca Mummy Girl, Oz's first appearance on the show. The first scene we ever get with Oz, he's talking to Devin. Remember Devin?
I do vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his bandmate?
That's his
Cordelia?
bandmate. Yeah, from Dingoes Ate My Baby. And and Oz is unimpressed by Cordelia. And so Devin says, like, what does a girl have to do to impress you, man? Like, what are you looking for? And he says, I don't want to go into it right now, but it involves a feather boa and the theme from A Summer Place.
Wow. No feather boa though here.
No feather boa here, but we got the theme from A Summer Place. Very exciting stuff.
I thought if you had told me what's Oz's first step, or if you had asked me that, I would have thought Halloween. Isn't that where he first sees Willow?
Uh, he sees Willow in Inca Mummy Girl dressed as a what, like an Eskimo at that dance.
And then the next episode is Halloween. And she's
Two
a ghost?
episodes later, she's a ghost. Yeah, and both times he sees her, he says, "Who's that girl?"
So he's just on the show, not interacting with Willow.
Yeah, he's just like in a band.
What the hell? I don't remember that. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
It's a slow burn, and then they don't talk until "What's My Line," which
Yeah.
is referenced in
They couldn't talk yet because he didn't know his line. He didn't know what to say to her.
good stuff. I think "What's My Line" is referenced in that Angel episode, "Spin the Bottle."
Oh wow. All right. Well, I love the music, and then Dawn, she like falls off the bleachers. That's funny. And we get the credits. Love the credits. Great credits. Buffy. There was a part where Buffy's like she saves Anyanka's life. Was the Hoffman like he sent something to kill her? Is that what happened?
I guess so. Yeah,
She was like the Hoffman finally like came through and tried to kill you. But
I liked not pretending not to know who De Hoffert is. Like, I don't even know this man you're talking about. De Hoff what? What's going on?
she's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Is she Anyanka? What are we calling her? Anya? Anyanka?
She's Anya.
Anya, okay. Dawn, she's like walking around at school, like figuring out like, what do I say to RJ? What do I say? And he's hanging out with the football players and these two chicks. One of them was sort of famous, Ricky Lindholm.
Ricky Lindholm from Knives Out fame, and of course Garfunkel and Oates, her great band with Kate McCucci.
Wait, she's in that?
Knives Out?
Garfunkel and Oates?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
It's just those two, Kate McCucci and Ricky Lindholm.
Wow, that was very cool. Shout out to her. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, Ricky Lindholm is fucking baller as fuck. She's really cool, good actress, very funny. I've heard her on a lot of podcasts. She's really naturally hilarious.
Mhm.
And hot too. And then the other girl in that scene I recognized as a robot prostitute on Westworld.
That's very cool. The
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys cover that franchise? You did, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Should I watch that film? Westworld.
Don't prioritize it, but it's worth a look.
I think I'm gonna next year. I'm going to like really try to watch stuff like big stuff that I'm missing out on. You know, prioritize like the big stuff.
I'm looking forward to it.
Anyway, so she talks to those guys. They're like, what was that? I didn't get that other guy's name.
Oh, I didn't really. I don't remember the
See
character's
Lance.
name. I don't know. I looked up the actor. Though. You know what's wild about the act? Like this is such a weird cast. This episode. Like you've got Ricky Lindholm and the prostitute, and they both go on to do stuff. And then like these actors both go on to do stuff too, but like not even acting. Like the guy who plays RJ is this fellow Thad Luckenbill. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And he is mostly a soap opera actor, although he's currently a regular on Lioness, which is a Taylor Sheridan show that's on Paramount Plus with Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
And but he also comes from a rich family, Logan.
Oh wow. Sounds like a
And
Luckenbill. That sounds like a
I know
rich family name.
Thad. My name
Thad.
is Thad.
Thad Luckenbill. Are you kidding me?
Ugh. Yeah, I'd probably hate this motherfucker. But he started a production company with his twin brother.
Oh wow.
They're like the Winklevosses, man.
Yeah, they are.
And listen to these credits. He produced the Sicario movies.
Wow.
Yeah, which explains how he got on that Lioness show because Taylor Sheridan wrote Sicario.
Very
Mhm.
true.
And he has an executive producer credit on La La Land. All right.
Wow.
So
Almost won
this
Best
guy
Picture.
thought he won a Best Picture Oscar for a couple seconds there.
That's pretty crazy, actually. Thad
Mhm.
Luckenbill.
Thad.
But how impressive is it? He just like to be a producer when you're rich. Like you just come from money.
Oh, it's unimpressive.
Very
I would say.
unimpressive.
Yeah, but I'm
But he's
just
very
saying
handsome.
that's wild.
What's his
That
brother do? Why is this guy so much cooler than his brother?
his brother is like a corporate lawyer.
Hmm. Yeah, this guy's way cooler than.
Yeah,
He got to smooch Sarah Michelle Gellar
he
on a
really
desk.
did. He really did. And he said that like he and Sarah Michelle Gellar got along on the set because like she was a soap opera person too.
Oh wow.
So they knew a lot of the same people.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He is very
Yeah.
handsome. You can see why he was doing that.
Yeah, yeah. He looked like that dude Lucas Till. Is that a person?
I've heard that name, yeah.
Yeah.
don't know
That's
who it
what I
is.
thought he looked like. But anyway, and also this other fucking guy in this scene, we're still on the same fucking scene.
Yeah, is he Brandon Keener?
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
I wait, Brandon Keener? Is that the name of the actor or the character?
The actor plays Lance Brooks.
Who's Yan England?
He plays O'Donnell. You could be right too. I'm just going down who I think it could be. Oh no, Lance Brooks is obviously
Oh, Lance Brooks is the brother. Of RJ.
They have the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
last name, my bad.
But the other guy in this scene, Yan England, I saw that this motherfucker's been nominated for an Oscar too.
No way.
Yeah, he made a short film in like 2013, Oscar nominee.
Well, what's it called?
I don't remember. It was like a man's name.
You're gonna have to make me click on him. Is a man's
Yeah.
name?
Yeah,
He has an interesting name, Yan England.
yeah, Yan.
Was it Sam?
That doesn't sound familiar.
Oh my goodness. All right. Sorry guys. A short Henry? How did you
Yeah, I
get
think
that?
that's it. I think that's it.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
How did I forget that?
Like literally of all the names. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Henry. That was nominated for a short film Oscar.
it's very cool. Yan England. So
Congrats
crazy cast
to
this
him.
episode.
Yeah, what a cast. All right.
Not as crazy as the last one though, like with the Freaks and Geeks girl and some of those other guys. The
that was
kid, the
two
guy
episodes
from
ago.
Home
Hell,
Improvement.
yeah, that's true. We've
That-
had some weird ones. I guess we're casting more like young actors
the
and
high schoolers. We're
yeah,
getting more high
yeah.
school scenes. It's pretty fun.
Mhm.
So Dawn tries out for the cheerleading squad. It's very fun. She's wearing Buffy's old uniform and she sucks at the cartwheel. She like falls right on her back.
It's a mess, man. She's even worse than Buffy when Buffy was put under Amy's spell.
Yeah.
They don't even need a spell to make Dawn shitty at this.
You can see later in the episode why Dawn feels so inferior to Buffy. Like not only is she the Slayer, but like at this age she was way more competent even without
Yeah.
the slaying stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sort of
get a
sad.
whole episode about that a little later this season.
Oh, that's sad for Dawn. But we're like, oh, this is where Buffy finds out the cheer thing, and we talk to Dawn. Is this where Dawn talks about RJ? She's like, I wanted to press RJ. So later, when the RJ thing comes up, she realizes. Um, so this is where we're arguing about who should be quarterback. This guy O'Donnell, and Dawn follows him, pushes him down the stairs.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
was
very
like,
good.
I was like, who are you, Josh Hartnett and Trap?
Oh, that's a good move that he would pull. Yeah,
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
distraction and then go off. Um, good call.
yeah.
Uh, I thought I didn't know she. I didn't know if she was just. I was like, oh my god. My first reaction was like, Dawn crossed the line. I didn't really know she was under a spell. You know,
Mhm.
I thought he was just. She loved him, so now she was evil, doing
They
bad stuff.
cleverly set this up earlier in the episode where Xander says that Letterman's jackets that they like have a certain thrall over women. And
Mm-hmm.
then it turns out that that's literally true of
Yeah,
RJ's Letterman's jacket.
that was pretty clever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was never a thing in my high school. They never had those jackets.
We had them, but I don't feel like it. Well, I guess maybe it did. Those guys were all pretty popular.
Yeah, no, it's a thing,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mhm.
It's only for football.
No, you can letter in many different sports.
Oh,
I
associate with
remember there were
football.
like wrestlers. The only thing is like the football guys, you really aware of it because every game, every weekend game, they'd all wear their jackets on the Friday, like
Yeah,
in school. And so it was
in
like
my school, they just wore their jerseys.
oh really?
Yeah, we were like cheap. We couldn't get the jackets, I guess. They're just like, wear your jerseys on Fridays.
Nah.
But we're in the office. We're talking to Principal Wood. I feel like we don't see him every episode, but he's here in this one, DB Woodside. And he's like questioning Dawn, like, what he said, that guy said you pushed him. What happened? She's like, no, I didn't push him. What are you talking about? And then she closes it like, at least you have RJ to fall back on for the quarterback. And Buffy's in. I don't know why Buffy was in there for the questioning. That seemed weird to me, right?
Well, it's just because her sister and she works there.
But the way you get the truth out of people is you question them by themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seemed weird to me. But but she realizes that guy. And so we go to the bronze. I thought it was cool. It'd be crazy to see your teacher at the
Did you
bronze,
notice
wouldn't it?
the new cool bronze logo?
No.
Come on! The last time we were at the bronze, you promised me. Next time we go
Oh
to the
man.
bronze, I'll keep an eye out for the cool new bronze logo.
I'll look at it right after this episode, right after we
All right,
record.
all right,
I'll
all
go
right.
back and look. Damn, I feel like for a second I was even questioning, are we in the bronze? And then I saw them sitting down. I was like, oh, this is for sure the bronze.
This is straight up the bronze, and what a band! One of the more famous bands they've ever gotten on Buffy.
Really?
Yeah.
And this, at one point, we get definitely. They're not a band on the show, but we get them in the background. Did you catch it?
Well, you could either be referring to Coldplay or the Shins. Very
don't know the
exciting music
Shins.
in this episode.
I don't know the Shins, but at one
I
point
wa-
I write Coldplay 7 question marks.
Yeah, warning sign by Coldplay in this episode, which is a track on "A Rush of Blood to the Head," their second album.
Which
And,
head? Am I right?
It could be either one. You know, this fucking cock. All right. And the Shins, though, there's one scene where they play the song "New Slang," which is famously you never saw Garden State?
No, I never did.
There's a scene in Garden State where Natalie Portman puts headphones on Zach Braff's head and says, "Listen to the song; it's gonna change your life." And that's the song that he put. So you heard it in this episode. Do you feel changed?
No.
Okay.
What
All
you
right.
just said though makes me not want to watch Gardens Day. That sounds
Garden State is insane.
pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
But Xander looks over, sees a girl dancing on RJ, and Xander says, "Daddy likey." And then they realize it's Dawn, and it gets very uncomfortable, and everyone
Yeah.
freaks out. Buffy's like, because at first they're talking about her, like, look at that skank dancing on RJ, of
Yeah.
course, like him getting all the girls. And then they realize it's Dawn. So Buffy's like, what's going on with you? Don't do that. And Dawn,
Willow says right there with you, by the way. So both Xander and Willow were hot for Dawn in that
true.
moment.
Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
that's nuts. And they get into Dawn like fights. Was it Ricky Lindholm in the back alley? She fights one of those
I
girls.
think it's the prostitute from Westworld.
Okay, all right. And Buffy has to break it up, whatever. And then we go to
Yeah.
school.
Wait, let me go back to the band from the
Oh yeah,
Bronx.
yeah, my bad.
The fucking Breeders. The
The
straight up the
Breeders.
Breeders. You don't know the Breeders?
Never heard of that.
All right. Huge band. This was you know the Pixies, right?
Yeah.
All right. So after the Pixies broke up, the bassist from the Pixies, Kim Deal,
Is it
went
not
off.
Pixies or Pixies?
I think it's technically just Pixies.
Okay.
But the Kim Deal went off, started her own outfit called the Breeders. And they
Oh,
had a couple hits in the 90s, notably Cannonball, which was a big song. Maybe in the episode with Cannonball.
I
And
heard that, I think.
yeah. And so they had just recently reunited around this time
I think
for
it might
new,
have been on that playlist you made for me.
very
Possibly.
possibly. They had recently reunited around this time and were putting out a new record. And here they are on Buffy. It was like, whoa, there's Kim Deal and her sister.
Wow. That's very cool.
Yeah,
Her sister Tori?
I believe it's. I think it's Kelly Deal.
Kelly deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Um all right. What happens? Oh, this is the big scene. Buffy's talking to RJ in the office, whatever. She's like, "Hey, you need to like not hang out with my sister so much." But then she starts to be real nice to him, and it just gets pretty weird. And then they start to kiss each other. So
That's right.
that's crazy. And then the music comes back. I like that from
Mhm.
earlier. Oh, I like this. She says we're basically the same age a little bit, except I have the sexual experience. She says to him.
Ugh, I know.
So
I
at that
remember
point,
watching
you gotta have
this in
sex
high
with her.
school, thinking like this. I was so horny for this shit. Like,
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
oh my! What if my guidance counselor Buffy came on to me in school?
You have a hot guidance counselor when you were in high school? I had like an old lady.
Yeah, I don't
Like with
think
white
I
hair.
did. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure my guidance counselor was a dude.
All right. He didn't fuck your girlfriend, did he?
No, there was nothing like that. Well, that's not true. My biology teacher fucked a couple of girls.
Oh my
Um,
god. That's like
Yeah.
jail.
I know.
That's nuts.
Shout out to Mr. Botcher. Hope he's listening.
He really botched his life up with that
You know,
one.
I really did botch his life up because you know what I did to get revenge on him when I heard about that?
But
He had lent me a VHS copy of Days of Thunder. All right.
yeah.
He knew I was into movies. And he referenced that movie in a class once, and I'd never heard of it. And he pulls it out of his fucking closet in the class. He's got like a VHS collection in this closet, and he gives me Days of Thunder. I go home, I watch it. Then, like a month later, he references it again in the class.
What references are there from Days of Thunder?
I don't know, in a biology class. And then he goes into the closet to look for it. He had forgotten he lent it to me, Logan.
Oh wow.
And no one else in the class remembered either. And so I kept my mouth fucking shut. He never got that Days of Thunder back.
Do you hate him? Why'd you do that?
Because he was fucking students.
Oh right. I forgot you were talking about the teacher still.
Yeah.
Good for you. You don't still have it though, do you? Probably gives you bad memories.
That's probably
Should've
my
just
parents'
tossed it
house
out.
somewhere.
Take it home, watch it, toss it out
Hmm.
immediately to prove a point.
I might have done that. I used to do shit like that in high school. Like I remember there was a class I really hated, and at the end of the year, I set fire to the textbook.
Holy shit. I never did that. I just dumped them out in the garbage
Yeah.
can by the school buses. I don't know where the garbage can was. Buffy and Dawn were at home. I like this. Buffy goes to Dawn. She's like, RJ says he doesn't really like when girls come on so strong, so maybe like chill out a little bit. And Dawn's like, all right, thanks for the advice. And then Buffy goes to school the next day, gets RJ out of class, says I need to speak to RJ, takes him to a
Mm,
closet, starts to fuck him. Actually,
so hot.
it's a whole room. She like gets on the table.
Yeah.
Why did Xander's reaction wasn't big enough, right? He comes on,
Well,
he's like,
I
get
don't.
off the guy.
We don't know how far they were.
It doesn't matter. She's
You,
on
you
a
think he caught
student.
her penetration or
I don't
something?
think it matters. I think you're on a student in the middle of the day in a.
You got to assume Xander at this point knows it's magic. Like this
Does he?
is not something Buffy would do.
I don't think they know yet. I think they have to research it to figure it out.
All right.
I don't even think he understands.
Oh,
Like,
that's true. They hadn't gone to see the brother yet.
right? Yeah, the brother. He was a good actor. I thought the brother. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that
I
guy.
really liked him. I looked him up, thought he would have like a huge career, and like he's still acting and shit, so good for him. But like, no real breakout roles for him.
He
Like
was interesting.
the way he showed up on the show, it felt like a cameo or something. Like this is like a big actor we got to do one scene.
Yeah,
Like it had the air of that, but then it's like he's kind of a nobody.
it was just the actors. He
Yeah.
just had that presence. We get Coldplay somewhere in here. I looked up their ages. I wrote that RJ is actually 27, Buffy's 25. So Xander's just still doing construction. Like
Yeah.
how far away are we into the year? How long are they still going to go?
Oh well, I
Well,
don't know if he's still doing construction on the school. Although he was
Dawn
there to catch Buffy and RJ, so he must be.
he showed up, but Dawn leaves when she sees Buffy and RJ in the in that room, and she goes and sits outside. And Xander comes up with his hat with his construction hat on. So I assumed he was working on the site of the school,
Yeah, you're probably right.
but I don't know what they're doing really. It doesn't matter. And we find Buffy, whatever. We go home. We try to do a reverse love spell. I like all the dialogue here. Buffy says he isn't a boy when we're like figure out how to make them not like that boy. And then Dawn says something about lover. I don't know. We get see Joyce in the flashback. We already talked about all that stuff. Um, what else happened? Oh, we go to see the brother. And so the thing with him was he was like one of those people. They're trying to do the thing where like you're really famous in high school, but then you're like nothing after high school.
Yeah,
He's like one of
he's
those people.
Jerry O'Connell and Can't Hardly Wait.
Jerry O'Connell's in Can Hardly Wait.
Yeah, he shows up and he's like, "Man, those were the best years."
Or like Matthew McConaughey, Dazed and Confused, one of those
I guess
types.
so. Yeah.
But again, I don't think this guy's sleeping with high schoolers like that guy was. But he says it's the jacket. I had the jacket. It made me cool. I passed it down to him. He has the jacket. They're like, oh, maybe it's the jacket. So we go home. This is great. We're all
Well,
arguing.
they notice they see a picture on the mantle of him wearing the jacket, and so they ask him about it, and it was apparently his dad's jacket, and the dad passed it down to him, and now he's passed it down to RJ.
Oh, so it's dad. 3 generations. And then we burn it at the end. So no more jacket.
That's right.
That sucks. Um, we're at home. RJ visits the house. Anya and Willow are like watching the home or whatever. And because they're not going to fall for RJ, but then they do. And then I love Willow. Willow here was my favorite because she's gay, but she's like, I love him the most because I'm gay, but I still love him. So that means that I love him extra. And then Anya gives her the idea you can use magic to turn him into a woman. She's like, "Oh, genius, Anya! I love your brain." And so that's sort of what happens. They all split up. We're going to show how much we love her. Buffy's going to kill the principal. I guess that's going to show. I don't really understand that, but Dawn is going to kill herself. That's I guess her way of doing it. She goes to lay on some train tracks.
Some railroad tracks.
That was very
like
upsetting.
she's a fucking damsel in distress of the old west or something.
And Anya, we learned at the end of the episode what Anya was doing. Very weird. I don't really understand that. She was just like stealing stuff, and then they leave it as a joke at the end.
Yeah, I guess she was like robbing banks, and then she was like, "Hey, RJ, I got some money. Let's run away together."
And then it's at the end of the episode. She's like, "Who wants some ice cream?" She like changes the subject. I don't know. But we save everybody. We do some locator spells. Oh, do you like this? The Principal Wood thing. They shoot it like he's in the foreground doing some paperwork with like classical music, and then the background is like the action. Like they do,
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, and Buffy's got the bazooka that she used to kill the
right?
judge back in season 2.
Yeah, I like that. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
flashbacks this episode, or
Mm-hmm.
callbacks, and then it ends. We take the jacket, we burn it. Xander, he says, "Welcome to the Hellmouth." Another little
Does he?
callback. At the end, he says, "Well, welcome to the Hellmouth. It's crazy down here, or whatever." And Anya says what she did. Who wants ice cream? So whatever.
It's a fun ending. It's chaos and split screen shit. There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, I love that. That was fun. The aspect ratios are like square boxes, and then we're like in
Mm.
boxes and boxes. It's fun stuff. I feel like talking about it, I didn't like it as much as watching it, probably.
You let that influence you too much.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Who's the MVP? I might go Willow. No, I think I'm gonna go Buffy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy.
Sarah
Who's the
Michelle Gellar is
LVP?
fun in this one. LVP. I honestly, the guy who was nominated for a short film Oscar, I thought was kind of bad.
The other quarterback. I
Yeah,
think that's fair. I think you might be right about that. Spike didn't do too much in this episode.
he moved in with Xander. He investigated with. He had one fun moment where the the brother of RJ is like, we were worried about RJ for a second because he started writing poetry. We thought he was fucking gay, and then if you watch Spike, he has a reaction to that because he used to
Effulgent.
write poetry. Yeah.
The whole time I was trying to remember that word.
Mm-hmm.
So there is what, three, four. I'll give it 4 stars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3, but you should give it a 4.
Thanks.
Where are you gonna put it?
I'm gonna put it number 52 between Restless and Faith, Hope, and
Oh my
Trick.
god. Right next to Restless, my second favorite episode of Buffy.
It's under it though.
I know. All right, it'll be lower for me. Well, I like Selfless more than this one.
Do you
I
want
feel
me to
like
find
this would be
Selfless?
no. I feel like this would be around maybe where do I have Help?
Help. You have at 95 between Tough Love and Older and Far Away.
I like this more than that. Hmm. Read me
Let me
up
go up
from
same
there.
time, same place. From
Yeah,
this
where's
season,
that? Where's that?
that's 83 between Bargaining One and the Iron Team.
All right, read me up from there.
All right, Bargaining One, Bargaining Two, Smashed, which we just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
is better than that. Dead Things, Phases, Something Blue, The Weight of the
Mm.
World.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. You could put it between Dead Things and was it Phases?
Yeah, Phases is ahead of Dead Things.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna have it at number 79. All right, I like it. You have it
All
79,
right.
I have 52.
Great.
Now we're gonna spin the bottle. I don't have a bottle. Damn it. I was gonna spin the bottle.
I don't have a bottle either.
I mean, I guess I have there's like a water bottle.
That's a bottle. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't have a bottle.
I was
There's
trying
a
to do
bottle right there.
I was trying to do one you guys could hear.
Fucking ridiculous.
You can't, and there's like barely any water in it.
You want to hear it? How about this?
I was gonna try to get one you could hear. No. Oh, I heard it a little bit. It sounded like you're playing Chutes and Ladders though.
It's a can of soda.
Oh man, don't spill it.
No, it's empty. All right.
It's never empty. There's always a little bit.
That's a good point. Wow. So philosophical. A can of soda, never truly empty.